course, it's another Sammy contest that I got shystered out of. So, as we all remember...
Oh, you're so bitter. So bitter. Can't let it go.
I can't. And you know what? My fucking tweets were so much better than these two winners here. So I already told you the winners. So much like the Sammy Hagar album, 1987, when they're naming I Never Said Goodbye. And I had it. Perfect name. It was even shorter than that and right to the point. Back in the Red. I thought that was perfect. So, anyway, I went to that deep well of resentment, and I got so mad because this is what I wrote. On the first day of Sammy Moss, the Red Rocker gave to me a duet with David Lee. I thought that was funny, and I sent it a picture.
I can tell you why he didn't pick that one.
Come on, it's creativity. Then on the second day of Sammy Moss, the Red Rocker gave to me a reunion with Alex, Mike, and Eddie. And shockingly, I didn't win on either day.
You didn't win on that. Well, you got about another week and a half to come up with something.
I know, but I was getting discouraged. I didn't even apply to the third day. I was so upset. So on to more Sammy news. Sammy performed at the Grammy Museum where he did a Q&A and acoustic performance of Right Now. He said that Van Halen was the peak of his life and his musical career. And he said it allowed him to build the Cabo Wabo and become a household name. And he also revealed that the Circle will do a 40-city tour in 2020, doubling the amount of dates he did in 2019. He said, I decided that I've got to do this while I still can. There's going to be a day when I wake up and go, I can't do this no more. Not because I don't want to do it in my heart, but because my knees, my back, my voice, something's going to say, nope. It's inevitable for everyone. So it looks like next year the Circle is going to go on tour. And it looks like later in this podcast you'll find out some more information on that. But yeah, it looks like the Circle is gearing up, Dave. What do you think about that?
Cool. So a bigger tour from Sam.
Yeah.
Might be his last one.
Yeah.
Or last big tour anyway.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
And Dave's on tour this year.
That's right.
So another Sam versus Dave.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Here we go.
That's
right?
Are you gonna go this time? Maybe you'll open up that fucking wallet and spring for some Sammy tickets.
I think I will because I think this is going to be.
This is it.
Like I said, I think this. Yeah. But the Dave thing, though, man. I mean, Kiss. How much are they going to charge? Like, it just would kill me to spend more money than I really want to see Dave, only because Kiss are greedy and charging way too much money. I get that. I'm not as big a fan of Kiss as you are.
No,
I've seen them. I've checked off that box. I'm good.
Yeah.
But, depending, maybe I could get some, like, lawn seats or something like that, and I could see him there.
Well, the lawn seats are going to be difficult considering these are in arenas.
No, well, wait a minute. Where's the Connecticut show at?
Oh, the Connecticut show?
I think it's at a shed, isn't it?
It's a shed?
I think so.
It's in Hartford. There's no sheds in Hartford.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Is it Hartford, the city?
Right outside of Hartford, there's a shed. In fact, I saw Kiss at that shed. What's the venue they're playing at?
All right, hold your horse. Let's see here. Hold on. September 5th. Hartford, Connecticut, and the venue it starts with an X. They got all these corporate
Xfinity?
names. Xfinity, yeah.
That's a shed.
Is it a shed? Is that where we saw Van Halen?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a shed for you there. So lawn seats, you'll like to sit on the border of New Hampshire so you can see them with binoculars.
That's really all I need to see. That's fine.
You're like, I think I see a bat wing. That must be Gene.
Right.
So now this is interesting. Ultimate Guitar announced the top 10 rock/metal singers with the wildest vocal ranges. And guess who is smack in the middle of this list? Diamond Dave. Can you believe this? Listen to this list. Mike Patton of Faith No More, Corey Taylor of Slipknot, Devin Townsend, formerly of the Steve Vai Band, Diamond Dallas or something, David Lee Roth, Axl Rose, Rhodey Walker, Nina Hagen, Billy Vallow, and also Roger Waters. What do you make of Dave call him the wildest vocal range. I don't know if I would call him a wild
What?
vocal range.
How did Roger Waters?
Yeah, that's kind of strange, too.
Dave's a lot of things. I mean, I've seen this before where people have said that technically he has this wide vocal range.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, come on, he is not Freddie Mercury.
No, he's a baritone.
I mean, maybe he technically does, but, when I think of Dave singing, I'm not thinking of him for his vocal range.
Right.
I mean, that's almost a Sammy conversation.
Yeah, sure.
Not that Sammy has the widest vocal range, but he can hit those high notes.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, Sammy's amazing.
Like nobody can. So
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom line is I'm really surprised to see Dave on that list, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was about. And to wrap up Van Halen news, we have the new Rock Hall exhibit, which is sort of an old exhibit. The Play It Loud Instruments of Rock and Roll exhibit comes to Cleveland, and it's covering 4 floors. However, the Eddie Van Halen Frankenstein guitar that is in that exhibit is no longer the original. The original went back to the master. Perhaps he's recording with it. But he sent a replica in its replacement. If you guys are out at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that you can check out that exhibit. So Play It Loud. There's also a book that just came out called Play It Loud, all about the exhibit and everything that's in it. And you can check that out. That's like a nice coffee table book that just came out. What do you make of that, Dave?
That'd be a cool exhibit to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely worth going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for.
Sure. And that wraps up Van Halen news.
And that's the way it is. Good night.
And Dave and I, the next time you will hear us, we'll be in Vegas, actually. We'll be recording from Vegas at the David Lee Roth show, and that should be interesting. So a few of you have contacted us about putting together a meet-up spot. So we were thinking about doing something on Saturday at the Cabo Wabo at 1:30 in the afternoon. So that's Saturday the 11th of January at 1:30 in the afternoon at the Cabo Wabo on the main strip there. You said, Dave, it's in the Planet Hollywood Hotel or something like that?
Yes, I believe that's where it is.
Yeah. If you're interested in meeting up, email us at ddunchainedpodcast@gmail.com and let me know if you guys want to meet up. Like I said, Dave is buying. This guy is putting up a tab, and he wants to buy everybody lunch, dinner, and breakfast.
Oh, really? David Lee Roth is going to be there?
Yeah, we're going to put it on David Lee Roth's tab. No, we're not buying shit. Dave and I are stripped down as it is. No, we're not buying anything. We'll meet up and we'll all pay for our own drinks and just chill out and hang out. So, and maybe talk about. Dave and I will have gone to the show the night before, and maybe we'll record some of your thoughts or whatever, and just give us a jingle. So, ddunchainedpodcast@gmail.com. Drop us an email, and we will go from there and then see if we can meet up with you. So, Dave, for this episode, we have a Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah extravaganza. So, my God, we are stuffed to the gills. Okay, so we have an exclusive interview with Andrew Bennett. You've heard from him before, and he is back with a brand new Van Halen project. Andrew Bennett, the man who brought you the 5150 Vault, is back with a whole new Van Halen coffee table book called Eruption in the Canyon. And he is putting that for sale on Amazon. It is all about the inside of 5150. There's all kinds of wild Van Halen stories in there, as well as photos of all around the property, inside and out of 5150 Studios. And we talk a nice long interview with Andrew all about that book and his whole experience there and how it all came about. On top of that, we have even more goodies for you. We have one gift after another. It's like Hanukkah, Dave, back in the day when you get a present a night, light the candles. Baruch atah Arnoi. So here we go. We have an interview with Jason Bonham, the drummer for Sammy's band, The Circle. And Jason talks about his time in The Circle. He talks about his working with Page and Plant and Zeppelin and his own band, the Led Zeppelin Evening. And that's fantastic. And then on top of that, we have even more, which is the Van Halen cover band completely Unchained. And those guys are a great bunch of guys from Long Island, and they do both Sammy and Dave era stuff, where they focus on Dave, but they also do Sammy. And there is an incredible story in there about the guitarist. I don't want to leak it for you here. Let him tell you, but he's got an incredible surprise in there. That is everything, but before that happens, we cannot send Dave out to close out the year without a big sack of mail to dump right on his head, because we all know Dave loves those long letters. What, are you falling asleep already?
No, I'm stifling a giggle.
Okay. That's all coming up next. Take a listen.
We did a demo with Gene once upon a time, and it was our first experience with professional Madison Avenue management. Turns out he was looking to get Ed Van Halen into the band, and I kind of smelled campfire smoke early in the journey. I was always very protective of the band, and we came to New York City, and we made like a 4-song CD, a demo rather, and we went up to the manager's office, and he sat there and had his shoes shined by a little Italian guy at the big desk while he told us, guys, I think the music is stellar, but we need to replace the vocalist Dave. I'm terribly sorry, but with some other beginning bands like Piper and stuff such, maybe we can place you there. And I just felt terrible.
If you need a dose of VH, get a taste of the closest thing. Romeo Delight, the ultimate Van Halen tribute band, playing all the hits from the David Lee Roth era, first classic 6 albums plus deep cuts, some of which have never been played live before by the band. They even throw in popular tracks from the Sammy Hagar era and solo hits. The most viewed Van Halen tribute band on YouTube, Romeo Delight, doing customized recreations of staging instruments and costumes from the classic Van Halen era. They even perform entire Van Halen albums in sequence. Romeo Delight plays theaters, casinos, summer indoor and outdoor festivals, and special events. They're also available for private parties. To contact them, call Bud Blanche at 215-704-5144. That's 215-704-5144. Or via email at sonicparade1@yahoo.com. Romeo Delight, the ultimate Van Halen tribute band.
Hey, this is John 5, and you're listening to Dave and Dave Unchained.
Author Greg Renoff is back with a new book, Ted Templeman, A Platinum Producer's Life and Music. The new biography of the record producer Ted Templeman, who went on to produce Van Halen, the Doobie Brothers, Van Morrison, Aerosmith, Sammy Hagar, and more. The book, which runs $19.95, is being released on April 21st, 2020, and it's currently available for pre-orders at Amazon.com. From the man who brought you Van Halen Rising comes Ted Templeman, A Platinum Producer's Life and Music, written by Templeman as told to Greg Renoff. Available for only $19.95 for pre-order at Amazon.com. Order it today.
New York will tell you that you look tired even if you don't. Hey, that sounds a lot more like the dinner table in my family when I was growing up.
This is grounding you, by the way.
I don't do well with support. I do better with abuse. My family, when I was eating dinner, were the ones who told me, kid, you should have been a sailor instead of a singer because you're mutiny on the high seas, and that sounds more like New York's sense of humor.
All right, Dave, you know what time it is.
It's time for the very last of 2019's Mailbag.
Oh, yeah, he's getting an absolute round of clapping and standing O here for sure. That was fantastic. That's a nice little Christmassy tone to it. And that's right, it is mailbag time again. And we got a lot to get through, so we're going to start with number 1 from Brad Cazzo from Burbank, California. Dear Dave and Dave, I love the podcast. As we know, Sammy has put a good staple on singing a few Dave songs live with Jump, You Really Got Me, and Unchained. What Dave songs do you think Sammy would have done justice in singing live? Which ones should he have never touched? Could each of you pick one from each of the first 6 albums? Thanks for still waving the Van Halen flag, Brad Cusso. Okay, great. So this is what I came up with, Brad. Okay, Van Halen 1.